All right, welcome to Be the Sniper or Be the Target. It is your choice whether you're the sniper or the target. If you don't know which one you are, you're the target. So find out more about how to trade like we trade at apexinvesting.com/bootcamp. We give you free 30 days, free access for 30 days to our trading room and our trading tools and our training to walk you through it step by step. And just check it out. We have a lot of traders that are very pleased. So as with any financial thing, I have to throw disclosure up. Trading involves risk, may not be suitable for everybody. Past performance not indicative of future performance, etc. So tonight we're going to talk about passing funding and the S&P walkthrough. Probably won't be a super long presentation, but I just want to give y'all some reminders. Some of y'all have tried to really make this complicated. And we have a lot of different setups. We have a lot of advanced things we teach you. But you can live, if you go back to when you just started, you can live on the TX trades. I was talking to a trader today who's like, man, I came in and these people come in after me and they just started and they're getting their 3-0, they're 3-0, they're 3-0, they're getting funded. I'm like, that's because they're just doing TX trades. They're not making it complex. So did anybody enjoy last night's webinar that John did? Where he took it back to basics? Was it a good reminder for some of you? It's like, hey, let's keep it simple. And I was talking to him and I was like, the reason is they come in and they just do the exact stuff. They don't get all overwhelmed in it. And it's easy to get overwhelmed. And anytime you feel overwhelmed, anytime it's like, what am I doing wrong? I don't even know what's going on. Go back to basics. Just go back to your basic trades. And what are our basic? We have 2 trades. What are they? I mean, really, it's 1 trade. We got our setup too, right? Our enhanced and our naked TX, right? Just go back to that. You don't have to know OPR. You don't have to know third bar slings. You don't have to know star low volume score, zone on bar before. You don't have to know OP trades. If you can learn ETX trades, if you can learn trend and divergence for naked TX, I mean, that's really all you need. And as you learn things, it'll help you avoid some of those losses. The other thing is, getting so jumpy that you just want to, you feel like you have to rush to make the money, but you don't, right? There's not a minimum amount of days for you to rush to get funded. I mean, if you only get 2 trades in a day and you're up net 2, is that okay? Things are going slow, you're not feeling it, you're up 2, walk away. If it's a crappy day, walk away. There's days where you can get in there and you can get 3 trades and be done. You don't have to trade for 5 hours till you get your 3. Okay? So remember, your goal is to get the $3,000, but whether it takes 10 days, 12 days, 15 days, who cares? All right? You're like, well, I care because I want to get funded right away. Well, yeah, but sometimes, the fast way is not the best way. Remember, you just want to gain some momentum every day towards that goal. And, I've made 160 calls in the last 2 days, talking to different traders. And the number one issue I'm coming up with is, just emotional issues. Revenge trading would be one of those. Making mistakes and then beating yourself over the head. Anybody in here like that? You make a mistake and then you try to go back and make it up? Would you like to hear what some of the best, this simple but painful secret that some of our best traders have for when they make mistakes? Would you like to know what they've done to help themselves not make mistakes? I'm saying, do you actually want to hear this? Because you're not going to want to hear it. Okay, it's the trader's version of a shock collar, and it's not an actual shock collar. What they do when they make a mistake or when they get emotionally charged and they start making mistakes, they lose focus. they can't trade anymore for the day. Not in sim, not in live. If they want to go do replay, they can do replay. If they want to watch videos, they can watch videos. If they want to walk away, they can walk away. But they are no longer allowed to watch live charts for the rest of the day. If you miss a mini mag, like a double cluster, okay, there's a double cluster trade, and you take it anyway, and you lose on that trade, and you make yourself walk away, do you think tomorrow you're going to pay a lot more attention to double clusters? Because you want to trade, right? Because you want to get funded. You want to make money. So I had like about 100 of you say, yes, I want to know what some of the top traders do when they make a mistake to learn to not make mistakes anymore. Like, y'all want to be in the game and you mess up and you want to make it back, right? I mean, really, right? I mean, isn't that what happens? You mess up and you want to make it back. I should have seen that, dang it. Now I got to make back 2 more to make up, or 3 more to make up that one mistake I make. And you're pissed off. And now you're trading forward, trying to overcome screwing up. I mean, how many of y'all have had to reset, just being honest, how many have had to reset their Lulu accounts already because they made a mistake and then they were stupid after they made the mistake? I want to address somebody. Hold on a second. So Mary says, stop asking obvious questions and wasting time. Give your presentation without asking obvious and ridiculous questions. Come on, dude, give your presentation. You waste so much time. Mary, you're not going to make it as a trader. If you don't understand how important these questions are and how huge psychology is, and it doesn't matter that it's obvious, it's real. It's what traders face every single day. I face it every single day. I've done this well over a decade. I have to walk in every morning and I have to remind myself to trade well. I have to remind myself to I'm paid to be patient. I have to remind myself to not get stupid. And I still do it sometimes. It's not about being obvious. It's about being real. And if you can't realize the value of this, I suggest either you don't trade or you find somewhere else to trade. Because if that's your attitude, you don't have a clue. The right attitude is walk away. When you make a mistake, stop yourself for the day. And I'm sorry to be so harsh, but you don't get it. Like, this is about making money, losing money. This is about having a life trading. And after you've blown your 15th account, come on back and find out how obvious that information is. Man, this is about your livelihoods. Nothing about this is complex. It's all obvious. Trapped Xboxes are obvious. So, and I just felt like I needed to address that publicly. Because it is simple, it is obvious, but it's not easy because you have to overcome yourself. So Stephanie says she appreciates it. She's knocking it out. She has 2 Lulu accounts. Not qualified on the first yet, but her second account is on its way. Made $550 tonight, another $525 the first night. But I mean, this changes people's lives. And that's what we're going for. If y'all think I do all this work just to help you make some trades and make some money, then you don't understand me at all. You haven't been around very long. I'm very passionate about helping people be successful. I mean, I called 160 people in the last 2 days. Just to say, how's your trading going and is there anything I can do to help you? And this right now is one of the biggest things I can do to help you. Say, hey, go back. Make it basic. Keep it simple. So, listen to John's webinars. If you didn't watch John's webinar last night, watch it. Make sure you're on his webinar tomorrow. He has one in the afternoon tomorrow, okay? But, now let's go ahead and get on to the presentation, which is just a simple walkthrough. All right, so one trader started off in the morning and they're like, man, I started before 9:30. I shouldn't have, and I lost a trade. I'm not sure which trade they took, but it probably was the previous day. And they lost. And they knew they shouldn't have done that, right? Today, hey, it would have worked out, but many days it doesn't. It's 50-50. One of the things I want y'all to be aware of right now is we're in earnings season. So be careful in those first, 10 minutes or so. Somebody asked, where can I sign up for John's webinar? They're under the sniper page. They ought to be there, but I know he's emailed them to everybody, and I posted all of them on our Facebook group. So I emailed everybody all 4 webinars for the week. All right. So we got our first 5 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Okay, now let's start trading, okay? And let's walk through each trade one at a time. Yeah, look at all those detectors. We got all sorts of cool stuff coming. And right now, we're just going to focus on TXs, okay? So I got a short. Do I take the short? Right there. And this is how simple this should be for you. So if you had on, shorts over here, right there, 939. No, it's against the trend, right? There's no divergence. There's no reason to take the trade. So it's against the trend. The DR on that bar and the bar before is green. So it's a naked X box against the trend. So we don't take the trade. And that's how simple your decision should be. No, I don't take that trade. Okay, now, we have another trade right here. This one's a naked X box. Do we take this trade? It's long. Yes, that's how simple your decision should be, because it's an X box. It's got a paw on it, but it's not within 2 ticks, not an ATX, but the DR is green. Yes. And that should be all that's going through your head, not 5 million other things. Okay? So you just protected yourself from a loss and just took a win. Exactly. It has room to profit. There's no chop right before it. There's nothing in the way. There's no price action. There's nothing to look left on and worry about. Profit taken. Okay? We got a long. Do we take this trade? No. Now, there is OD divergence on the trade above 10,000. It's semi-close. But this is a pretty massive span of price. So if you took the trade, it would have worked. It's one of those harder to call ODs. But it was a very smooth trend, exactly. It's a really smooth trend. And what do I mean by a smooth, strong trend? I've been asked that a few times. Notice how this trend is just going down and there's barely any wicks on the way down? You know, like one wick right there, a little bit of a wick right there, but I mean, barely any wicks. It's a smooth downtrend. Those are not usually the ones that you want to fight. Okay? So if you would have taken it, it would have worked. You wouldn't have been completely wrong. But it's a challenging trade. I mean, would have worked, but... Okay, so we got a long right here. Do we take a long right here? No, we're against DR. If you wanted to say we were in a tight range from here, 1, 2, 3, so you're in a very tight range. So you wouldn't want to take it right to the top of a tight range. And you're glad you did. You just saved yourself some money. Okay? Just don't take it. Remember, we just had that smooth trend. We're expecting this thing to pull down. We get another long. Are we going to take it? Are we going to go against this very strong, smooth trend? No. We get a short. Coil chop. Very dangerous trade. It worked, but it was a coil chop trade. All right? Y'all are doing good. We get a short. Do we take this short? It's against DR. The simple answer is no. I could give you a complicated reason for why to take it. The simple answer would be no, but what would be the good answer? What would be a good reason to take the trade? Let's back up. Let's look at it. I know it's a little hard to see. Yeah, you got 14,000 versus 10,000. Or 9,000 right there, right? And is this a clean trend, or is this like a little wobbly thing going on here? Market's sort of going up, getting a little tired, going up, getting a little tired, getting up, getting a little tired. See that? So it's not just a clean, smooth run. Let's take that one. Okay? Does that make sense? Do you see the difference between the previous OD? That the previous one worked, but it was in a strong downtrend. This one, the market's oscillating as it's going. All right, really no real defined trend. Also, by the way, if you back up, you can see this is coming right off the same level where it shot down last time. So not only do I have the OD divergence, but I also have the level that it came off of. It's giving me a short off that too. But still just a simple TX OD trade. But that just looking left gave me more confidence. And there's room to the wall, right? So yeah, so the wall's not in your way. The thick square blue, and those are dynamic magnets, and they are 6240 lines from the flux pivots. All right, we got a long. Are we going to take it? Nope. Going right against the trend. Smooth trend at that. May have worked. I don't care. Okay, we got a short. We back you up on this. Range bound, a little bit tricky, right? You're sort of looking at the range. But is it smooth? Is that thing just running to the top without wicks? Yeah, it's very smooth. There's like no wicks on the thing. Okay, it's like a little bitty wick, but like it's not choppy. It's not acting like it's like working its way up to the range. It's naked, and we're going right into an ES wall. Okay? Do you like trading into walls on NQ? No. So let's not trade against walls on ES. Does this thing look like it had to put any effort in to go up? It did all that in 1 minute. So if it didn't have to really put any effort in to get up there, nothing tells me it's going to slow down. Okay? So it's getting that heartbeat of the market that will help you better with ranges. So don't jump in on ranges until you really feel like you got that heartbeat down. There we go. Then we got another short. So we go back, we can look. Is this divergence? Nope. Do we take this short? No. Okay, now what do we got? Coil chop. All right. Now, I taught y'all this last week on the third bar swing about not taking third bar swings after coil chop. Right? Because often the market will just pull itself right back into that area. Okay? Well, look at that. It pulls it right back in. Okay? You know that the market just had coil chop right here, and that this is a big, like a difficult area for the market to move through. Okay? You see that? Do y'all also see how our DR just dropped to nothing? Right after coil chop, we have like nothing going on in DR. So there's not a lot to make it move up and through this. We don't have any kind of DR divergence. Because we'd have to actually make a true dip. I wouldn't worry about EV being low right now just because it's been so high. So you're basically just being pulled right back into chop. Does that make this is one of those trades that I think can get a lot, I bet it got a lot of people this morning. Right here. So I get pulled back up. Well, it's green. Okay, I'm going to go. It's like, really, if you just look at it, you're like, well, I'm being pulled right back into chop. Do I really want to hop into a trade right back into chop? I mean, it was coil chop. It wasn't like you had to be some super technician to see it, right? Do you think sort of seeing that coil chop now, like I taught you on TBS, seeing that coil chop for not getting into trades and seeing that coil chop for a trade that's being pushed back into it might be something that might help you on some of these? So it goes up, and actually, what does it turn into? Right away, what happens on that trade? It turns into its own coil chop, doesn't it? So now it gives me a short coil. Do I take a short coil? It's an ETX. No. And I'm glad I didn't. Because that just... Look at that. It just pulled itself right back into the chop. Now I got a long. It's off a wall. Through a paw. Do I take it? No. Red DR. No. Y'all know we've already got our 3 and done, by the way, right? Y'all realize that? We got our 3 and done and we're done for the day? Now I got an ETX to go short off the top of this range. And I got room before the wall to take profit. Can I take that trade? Yes. It's an ETX. And we like ETX in rangy areas. The line's been holding. We have room before the wall before we take profit. Profit taken. And that was an ETX. Most of our trades haven't been ETXs. Except for a coil chop one, which we don't take. Alright, I got a short with DR. Can I take it? Yes. Alright. I mean, we're at like 5 or 6 trades now. You know if it's long or short? Question was asked. The short's going to have a red arrow above it if you have the automation on. If you don't, it's going to have a red X box with a blue in it. Okay. Haha, there you go. It was coil chop. Shouldn't have taken it. Very good. The long is going to be green with a blue box inside of it. So we already got them. We didn't need to take this trade anyway, but it was coil chop, so you should not have taken it. Very good. And y'all are getting this. I like when y'all go back and y'all question it. You're doing good. Are we taking that trade? It is no. Let's go into 3 mini magnets, a paw, and 5 bars of coil chop. No, it may blow through it. I don't care. So if you're looking for what trade, it's... See this box right here? Christopher, there's a green box with a blue thing inside of it. That's a trapped Xbox. And we take them on reversal bars. Look at that. It blew right through it. Was that definitely a 50-50 trade? Was that a high probability trade? Or was that, at best, a 50-50 trade that was going to work? Yeah, total gambling. It worked. I don't care. I don't want it. Yeah, I got 40-60. All right, now we got a short. See the red X box with the blue thing inside of it? That's a trapped X box. Do we take it against the trend? The DR, the green at the bottom down here. So got the red X box with the blue inside with the green at the bottom. Do we take that? No. Naked X box, short. And we miss a lot of trades that work. But how many trades have we taken so far that have lost? None. How many of you lost trades by 10:30 this morning? Not saying. Were any of y'all on this evening when my son was trading? He's 7 years old. How much did he make? Let me see here. If I have the screenshot or not. Somebody's like, show off. So me and him were just scalping. And I was going over this in the room tonight. This is his account. He made $350. He's 7. You know why? He does what I tell him to. And he wants a puppy. So he's trying to save enough money up to buy a specific puppy. But he made $350 tonight. He's trading full-size contracts now. But grown-ups got to make it complicated. Was what we went over tonight, was that complex? Can y'all do, I mean, I'm just being real. Can y'all do this? Like, can y'all do what I just did? I mean, we kept it really simple, didn't we? We didn't get real complex. We didn't try to go, what about this? And what about the OP that? What about the 30 tick this? And what about the this? Is it green? Is it red? Is there divergence? Like, the simple questions. Some of y'all got your packets in the mail, right? Yeah, I mean, it's only an hour in. You definitely had made your profit. So some of y'all got them in, and I ordered 1,000 of these things I'm going to send out to everybody. But here's the questions on it. Well, it says paid to be patient. Okay, so if you attended the live event, you should be getting your packages any day now. A lot of y'all, for the not the live, but if you were scheduled to attend the live event. But I'm sending these to everybody. But the first one, is the market trending? Is there ODDR divergence? Is the market ranging? Is there an ETX? Is there an obstruction? I mean, is that really all we're doing today? Is that what we did? Did we really ask ourselves anything more than those 5 questions? Is the market trending? Is there ODDR divergence? Is it ranging? Is there an ETX? Is there an obstruction? An obstruction would involve chop, dark zone, news, double clusters, 3 levels before take profit, things like that. So write down these 5 questions in case you haven't got these yet. You'll get them in the mail like when they come in, because I'm going to send out, like I said, one to everyone. These marker boards. Is the market trending? So write it down, like right now. Everybody got something, a notepad opened up or something to type it out? You ready? I'm going to read them off to you. Is the market trending? Is there divergence? Is the market ranging? Is there an ETX? Is there an obstruction? Again, obstruction includes chop, dark zone, news, double clusters, and multiple levels before take profit. Coil would go under chop. Okay? So those are the literally, I hope you type those out. Because those are the only 5 things you need to be asking yourself. Keep it simple. So John typed them up in the chat so you can copy them, paste them, make sure you got them. And I'm not asking about this trade. I mean, this trade, yeah, but the DR doesn't line up on the trade. The previous one before it is red. So even though the trade may work, DR is red right here, so we can't take the trade. Is the market trending? Is the market diverging? Is it ranging? Is there an ETX? Is there an obstruction? That's it. And make sure, obstructions mean all the things they mean. News, coil chop, double clusters, dark zones, and, multiple levels before take profit. And if it's ranging and you don't know what to do, stay out. Don't just take a trade with the range. Or if you think it's near the top of the range, just stay out. Make sure it's clear. We had, 6, 7 trades there? All you need are 3. And that was in 1 hour. Dark zones is like 5 minutes before and after the market opens. 5 minutes before and after the market closes. It's like, 5 minutes before and after news. Things like that. So, does it help to narrow it down to 5 questions? I mean, I know this is obvious, right? But you need the obvious stuck in your face. When I say you, there's nothing I'm telling you that I don't have to tell myself every single day. This doesn't go away and get easy just because I've been doing it for a decade. Every day, I have to remind myself, keep it down to these 5 things. And when I don't, I get stupid and I mess up. So, go back to the basics. And I think this will help y'all a lot if you'll just put it into practice. And you don't have to read everything out there. You don't have to master reading the chart. You just need to know how to read. The video on how to do a enhanced X box and how to do a naked X box, and then know what the obstructions are. This can be so much easier than you're making it. And the more complicated you make it, the more you end up forcing a trade that you probably shouldn't have. Did y'all notice tonight, we didn't take a lot of time and analyze? Should we take this trade? Yes or no? And everybody was like, no, all the way down the list. Yes, all the way down the list. You didn't spend 10 minutes analyzing the chart. It should be the exact same thing when you're trading. It should be that obvious to you. If it's not that obvious to you, then you shouldn't be taking the trade. Or you're overanalyzing everything and making it hard. So always bring it back to those 5 questions. I think y'all have a lot of improvement. I think you'll have a lot better chance of getting funded and making consistent income. So, y'all like that tonight? Was that good? Y'all get something out of it? Do y'all feel like y'all can take those 5 questions, go into tomorrow, and just keep it simple? Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for your patience and the late start. I hope it was definitely worth it for you. It seems like a lot of y'all got a lot out of it. And, I want nothing more than for y'all to be successful. And I don't take anything personal. I'm not upset by the way it Mary. But I feel like sometimes people bring their frustration in, and it's really important to call that frustration out, to express it, to let go of it. So that way you can embrace what needs to be embraced. Because if she's anything like me, when you have a bad day, you're just like, just tell me how to make the stupid thing work. Right? Enough with the rah-rah. I just want to know how to be profitable. So I can totally see where she's coming from. And I hope I helped her let that get out, but also I hope I helped her bring it in and go, you know what, it may be obvious, but it's exactly what I need. So again, the dark zone is 5 minutes before and after market open or before or after news. But if you don't let the obvious be what guides you, that's when you get lost. Okay, so again, I want to apologize if I did upset Mary. I don't know if I did or didn't, but I felt like sometimes I've had to have some people like talk to me like that to get me where I need to be. And I think a lot of people probably needed to hear that message. So I hope y'all have a great night. I look forward to helping you in the room. If there's any other way I can help you, please let me know. And I will see you tomorrow. Good night.